Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, Plates of Love from Texas. I hope y'all are doing fantastic today. So, the holiday season is officially here. So excited. It is one of my favorite times of the year, hands down. So with it being the holiday season, it is kind of chilly here in North Texas. So we're gonna be making one of my favorites that I like to get at Tex-Mex restaurants around town. It's chicken tortilla soup. So I'm gonna spice it up just a little bit, adding my favorite green chilies, and then just a couple extra spices to kind of get that slow cooked all day kind of a flavor, but a couple shortcuts in there to kind of help that out. So let's go ahead and get this hair up, get to cooking. All right, y'all, so this looks like a lot of ingredients, but it's going to be so good. So what you're gonna need for this recipe, you're gonna need 48 ounces or 6 cups of chicken broth. So this will give it that all day flavor without, you know, taking all day. So it definitely cuts down on that. You're gonna need 1.5 cups to 2 cups of some shredded chicken. I made the chicken in the crock pot like I did previously with the flauta, so I have this. You're gonna need 1 rib of celery, chopped for you. Small onion also chopped. Canned whole tomatoes, roughly chopped. There's about 4, there's 5, there's one little baby one. Some cilantro chopped, some green chilies. You're gonna use some corn, some frozen corn kernels. You can use pozole if you have that on hand. I don't, I have some corn in the freezer. Garlic cloves, it calls for 2, but I love garlic, so we're gonna do a few more. And then your spices are your comino, oregano, chili powder, salt and pepper to taste, of course, and a lime. So let's go ahead and get cooking. All right, y'all, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. You are going to have your pan, kind of your pot there on medium high. You're just gonna get a little bit of oil just to kind of get the veggies started. So we're just gonna put about a couple tablespoons in there. So we're gonna go ahead and add the onion and the celery and then mince some garlic into the pan as well. So I have the onion and we have our celery. And if you are not a fan of celery, you do not have to put the celery. I'm not too big of a fan of celery, but what are you gonna do? It adds flavor, so we're gonna add it in there. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and kind of give that a little stir. Then we're gonna get our little zester here, a little microplane, and we're gonna just mince some garlic. And y'all, I like garlic, so these are also really small cloves. So we're gonna do 3, maybe even 4 cloves of garlic, because I'm a fan. Also guys, if y'all don't have a microplane, I would invest in one because it is life-changing. It's really great because you can zest your lemon, your limes, your citrus, things like that. It's also really good to like mince your garlic really fine. Super great. So I'm gonna throw this guy in the sink and wash my hands, and we'll come back to stir this. Alright. So this is going, that garlic is nice and smells so good. Who doesn't love sauteed garlic and onion? It smells delicious. So we're gonna get this just to soften up, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add our chili powder and our comino. So this chili powder, this is about a tablespoon of chili powder. And we're gonna add our comino. And our comino is about a teaspoon as well. Kind of gives it that nice smoky flavor. Smells so good. And we're just gonna get these nice and soft. So They're gonna simmer for about, 5 minutes and things like that, just so it can soften up and kind of incorporate that chili powder and that comino. So we're gonna let it do its thing and we'll come back to it. Alright y'all, so it's been about 5 minutes and the onion and the celery is nice and soft and it smells delicious because the chili powder and comino are nice and cooked in. And as y'all can see, it's pretty dark in here, but once we start adding the chicken broth, all that color is going to infuse with everything else and get so delicious. Alright, so the next step what we're going to do is we're going to actually add the chicken broth, and this is just a shortcut. So if you have like some chicken left over and you want to make your own chicken broth, by all means, go for it. This is just kind of a quicker shortcut of it. So we're going to add this whole box, this is 48 ounces, and we're going to add this to that, and then we're going to bring it to a boil. Give her a squeeze. That sounds great. Alright. Got it all. So we're gonna go ahead and do this, and we're gonna bring this guy to a boil. So I'm gonna just raise that heat up so it can come to a boil. Alright, and so we're gonna bring this to a boil. Once it starts boiling, we're gonna actually reduce the heat and let it simmer for about 10 minutes, and then we're gonna start adding all of our other guys that we have over there. So the chicken, the tomato, the corn, and cilantro, of course the lime. So we're gonna just get this boiling here. Alright y'all, so it's simmering, but we want to get that to a boil, so we're just going to leave it on the heat a little longer, and we're going to reduce that here once it kind of starts getting to that boil. So it's there, so we're going to go ahead and reduce that heat just to that lower medium, and then we're just going to let it simmer for about 10 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So start the timer at 10 minutes, and we're going to come back and add all of our good stuff to that. Alright, so it's been about 10 minutes and our soup is been simmering. It smells really good. So we're gonna go ahead and add our other ingredients. So we're gonna go ahead and add our tomatoes, and those are just roughly chopped canned whole tomatoes, so nothing too crazy there. And then we're gonna add our oregano, and I'm gonna go ahead, because my corn is frozen, I'm gonna add my corn now so I can kind of start getting those flavors. All right, so we're gonna add our corn. Give this a little stir. All right, so this is gonna just kind of come to a simmer, and it's gonna cook for about another 5 to 7 minutes, just so the tomatoes can get a little soft. The corn, of course, can warm up since it is frozen corn. And then we will be adding our chicken. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, y'all, so I forgot. We're also gonna add our green chilies in right now. Also, I don't know if y'all have made those flautas and you like to keep those green chilies on hand, but that is what I do because they're a good addition to kind of anything. I've added them to omelets and to, of course, breakfast casseroles. So, all right. Give that little guy a stir. Oh, there's one more in there. One at all. So, now we're gonna go ahead and just bring this up, kind of just heat it through for about another 5 minutes. Alright, so it's been about 5 minutes, so we're gonna go ahead and add our chicken. Remember, this is just some shredded chicken that I cooked in the crock pot, and you can also use like rotisserie chicken if you have that on hand, or you can just cook up some fresh chicken breast if you like. So we're gonna add that in there. Give it a little stir. And then we're also gonna add our cilantro. Give it a stir, and then we're just gonna let this all heat through for about another 5 to 10 minutes. We're gonna finish up with some lime and get it all served up. Alright, y'all, so this chicken has been going. It's nice and warm through. As you can see, it's starting to simmer. So I'm just going to turn down the heat a bit. We're going to add the lime juice, give it a little taste, and then we're also going to add our salt and pepper if that is needed. So we're going to juice a whole lime, get this going. So there is one half. We're going to do the other half. Here. Oh, lime juice makes me want margaritas. So we're gonna go ahead and mix this in there. All right, look at all those beautiful colors. We got the yellow, greens, red. This is ready for Christmas, I think. So we're gonna get a spoon out of the drawer and we're just gonna give it a taste, add some more salt, add some pepper if that is needed. So we're gonna do that, give it a little taste right now. All right, so it did need some salt and some pepper, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. So we're just gonna add a bit of salt, some pepper, give it a stir, and then we're going to take another test in our little ramekin that we have here. Got my husband taste testing as well because he's a little salty. Just kidding. All right. Right, so it is good. So I'm gonna go ahead and lower the heat, actually turn that off. We're gonna let it cool a bit, and then I'm gonna plate it up or bowl it up if you will. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, and I will be right back with that finished product, guys. All right, y'all, so it is all done. It's all bowled up and ready. So as you can see, it is delicious. It's still a little steamy, so hopefully, fingers crossed, don't burn my mouth. But yeah, so I just topped it with some avocado, a little bit of cheese. I got some extra lime here on the side just for some added citrus. And then I always kind of pair mine with a tortilla or crackers, whatever you'd like. But yeah, I really thank y'all so much for watching today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the video, of course. And we'll see you again next week for more delicious recipes. I hope you'll have a good one, guys.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth